preparing for this webinar, I started thinking about a couple different things, and food is always top of mind to me. You got chips and salsa, uh, ice cream and fudge syrup. You got peanut butter and jelly, and then basically Frank's Red Hot sauce and everything else. And it got me thinking about, man, those two things it's a striking combination. And so today's webinar, we wanted to bring you the exact same thing. Two products that really work well together, proven to help you grow your business. Here at Grimco, we have one really easy, simple philosophy, and that is to help you guys grow your business. We know that if your business grows, our business is going to grow likewise. And so today's webinar, we're going to cover the HP Latex 700, 800 series printer, as well as our own cultivated Grimco's Brightline portfolio. A product we're really proud of that portfolio is our Brightline Wrapcast, perfect for vehicle wrap applications. With me today, I got Wade joined on. And Wade, you want to take a minute to describe a little bit more about the Brightline portfolio?
Absolutely, Neil. Yeah, thanks for having me on today. Excited to be the jelly to this peanut butter collab, and
I like it. Great,
a little
great
bit of
tie-in.
hey, thanks. Yeah, so a little bit about Brightline just to start. This is actually Brightline's 25th year in the sign industry, and for the last 25 years, Brightline's been trying to bring some competitive products to the sign industry to help you grow your business. And everything from application tape was where kind of the line started from, and now we've got high end vehicle wrap products that we're going to talk a little bit more about today. But
So
Bright,
hold on a second, Wade, because
yeah,
I always like to get this stuff straight. So our first product that Brightline was released under the Brightline name was an application tape.
yeah, Brightline
We
application
are we
tape.
still we're still carrying that Brightline application tape?
Still going
Nice.
strong today. Still going
So
strong
we
today.
can
Yeah,
claim that is the most popular Brightline product out there, huh?
I think it would probably be the one that's been the most purchased over the last 25
Nice.
years. Application tape to vehicle wrap. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about Brightline Wrapcast, which we are highlighting, and how it is such a perfect pair with HP Latex inks. Most importantly, the Brightline brand is always going to be backed by Grimco. So no matter what, when you choose Brightline, you're also putting the years of industry experience and you're putting your trust in capable hands with both Brightline and Grimco. Will always support you. And to tie into HP Latex, Brightline Wrapcast is now an HP certified media, and that goes across all generations of latex printers. Neil, you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're going to jump into it. Today we're covering specifically the 700, 800 series printer, but this is why we wanted to focus this product, this Brightline Wrapcast, all the things that are in the Brightline portfolio. We focused in on just a small portion of it, but why we wanted to talk about the HP Latex printer with the Wrapcast is because Wade and his diligent Wrapcast team recently worked with HP to get this media certified as a media for HP Latex printers. So it's no small like, oh yeah, just try it out. Hopefully it'll work. Whatever. We've got an actual legitimate profile written and housed with HP Latex for all generations of HP Latex printer. So the 700, 800 series is what's known as Generation 4 HP Latex. HP Latex, on the other hand, also has a banner celebration anniversary going on this year. It is the 15th year of HP Latex existence. This goes back, so Generation 4 now, the most popular printer in the entire world, the 300 series HP Latex printer, still in existence, but now Generation 4, what that brings us is an evolution of that latex ink technology. And so really great that Grimco and HP were able to come together and get this media as a certified media across the entire line. So when we're talking about Wrapcast, no, hey, great, it does work excellently with the 700 series, but it also works with the Generation 3 printer. So those folks of you who have a 300 series printer, 500 series printer, it's going to work incredibly well. HPR, which the R stands for rigid material. It's HP's hybrid flatbed printer. It is the exact same ink chemistry as the Gen 4 inks in the 700, 800 series printer. And our Brightline Wrapcast is fully certified for that machine as well. And then there's even the HP Latex 2700, which is the 10-foot version of the machine I have behind me here. And that's really the cool thing that HP has done with this ink technology over the 15 years of its existence is they've kept that same ink chemistry working in all the different platforms they work in for that large format graphics industry. So the neat thing about that is I'm a shop that has to produce multiple medias, maybe a banner stand, maybe some yard signs, some vehicle wrap graphics, acrylic prints, you name it, the different things I could print with my R series, the things I could do with my roll to roll, banners, stickers, you name it. the product the finished goods, the finished product is gonna have that same look regardless of what device I printed it on, whether it's my 64-inch roll to roll, my 10-foot wide roll to roll, or my rigid, my flatbed printer. It all utilizes that HP Latex ink technology that's just been proven to be a game changer in print production shops. So today, focused on the vehicle wrap applications, I thought it would be really useful to go over the specific mechanical advantages that HP Latex and the 700, 800 series bring to that ability of printing vehicle wraps. So the first of which is instant dry throughput. So everyone knows the other competing ink technology in this space would be solvent technology. Solvent technology needs that off-gassing time. So after that whole roll of film has been printed, you can't move on to the next step in the operation with a solvent printer until those VOCs have off-gassed from that solvent ink. With HP Latex, it dries during the printing process. So I'm actually going to go over to my machine right now and initiate a print. One of the other cool features with this machine is I can initiate reprints now right from the front panel. Again, in a vehicle wrap application, vehicle wrap scenario inside a shop, this is something that happens. You know, you get halfway through a side of a box truck or a semi-trailer, multi-panel print, and something happens. You know, one of the panels tears, somebody accidentally steps on it. I mean, you name it, the things that can go wrong here. Without having to go back to my RIP software, I can figure out exactly what job needs to get reprinted and initiate that reprint right from the front panel. So again, really cool feature with the HP Latex 700, 800. I have a hard drive built into the front panel of the machine. I'm not printing from my RIP software to my computer the entire time. All of that job data gets sent over here, which allows me to not only reprint, but I don't rely on that computer internet technology. You know, you're doing full roll production on this machine. You don't want to get halfway through a job and have a communication error, your computer goes to sleep, your computer dies on you, and have to start all over again. So really key benefit with this machine is the way you can reprint from the front panel, but then that instant throughput. So as this print goes down on my roll of material here, it is going through a curing process. So this large piece of the machine here is basically a convection oven. So heat and time and airflow is going to dry that ink so that as soon as it's done, as soon as it's finished printing, I can take it through the next step. In vehicle wrap application, because you're putting it on a vehicle outdoors, exposed to all the elements, the road debris, the salt on the road, you need to be applying a film lamination. And so as soon as it's done printing, these are some jobs that I printed this morning, I can take it right to my laminator and then apply that film lamination without having to wait on that print time or wait on that off-gassing time that I would have to wait with other ink technologies. Wade, I thought now would be a good time to talk about the lamination because we had a couple options here with Brightline Wrap Cast and our laminations available, right?
Absolutely. Yep. We've got a few different finishes for the laminate that you can pair with the Brightline Wrapcast film. The most popular of those being a wet paint high gloss finish. That's going to be kind of your more industry standard for vehicle wraps. Around 75 to 80% of all the vehicle wrap laminate that we sell here at Grimco is in a gloss finish. So definitely the more popular of the two, of the three. The other two finishes that you can get in Brightline Wrapcast laminate is what we affectionately like to call the sexy satin finish, which is some people would call it a luster, but it's in between. It's that semi-gloss. It's got that really nice kind of pearly sheen to it. Really great way to set apart your wraps or cast prints from other that typical gloss finish. And then we also have an ultra flat matte finish. So that's going to knock out all the light. Neil's even got a wall that I'm sure he'll highlight later on where we used a matte laminate over the top. And it's great for your interior applications where you want to cut some of the glare from, say overhead lighting, or just to give that really flashy look to outdoor wraps as well.
Hey, Wade, we've used the term cast about 4 dozen times already in just the last 11 minutes here. What is cast vinyl?
That's a great question, Neil. I'm glad you brought that up. So
I've been meaning to ask all these years.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna get the answer.
It's a good thing to know, and hopefully I can give you a nice concise answer on it. So when it comes to vinyl films, there's two different say manufacturing processes to create the film. There's cast and calendared. And there really is a big difference between the two, and knowing this difference is key for any sign business to make sure they're choosing the right product for the right application. So a cast film, as it's manufactured, is put into a kind of a die or a cast, and it's heated up. And this is going to allow the product to stretch, be more durable, hold up to the elements in the outdoors. Whereas opposed to a calendared film is produced and flattened over and over by these calendared rollers. And as it flattens it out, it kind of gets its shape that way. But calendared films are more prone to shrinking over time. So when you are using a vehicle wrap or a longer term graphic, you're not going to want to have that type of shrinkage because then it's going to peel off more easily. And this is also an important note. You're always going to want to pair a cast vinyl with a cast laminate, because if you so to say, take the cheap way out and put a calendared or an intermediate laminate over the top of a cast film, you're going to get the shrinking from the laminate, which is then going to kind of delaminate. The two products will come apart. So definitely important to know the differences and know which product is best for your application.
Well, the way I've always thought about it too is, cast vinyls. Just think there's some dollar signs behind cast. Calendar is a little more, little easier on the wallet, I guess would be the best way to say it. And that's really the essence of the Brightline Wrapcast. Is we have value-based product here, so it's all the performance of your high-end cast vinyls. The major media manufacturers out there in the world, without that high-ticket price to it. So it opens it up to using this film for a lot of things. Where like, man, I wish I could use a more high performance film on here, but the budget really doesn't allow it. And so you're not having to make that compromise of finished good over total expense.